The Board of Commissioners for Scottsbluff County want to get a head start on tackling their next budget. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, Scottsbluff County Commissioners are wanting to get an early handle this year on their next budget. That was one of several topics covered as board members discussed some of the goals they want to achieve when putting together their 24-25 spending document. Even though there would be no idea of knowing exactly how much revenue will be coming in, Board Chair Ken Meyer asked staff how early the process could start.
Lisa, is May too early to start that?
Oh, absolutely. I'm sorry. Unless they're just asking for numbers. If I'm not asking for everything else.
No, just for numbers.
Just numbers.
As far as starting to meet with department heads, June maybe? Is that
Yeah, possibly.
So you guys see we have 3.5% labor only. We come in at less than 2.5% overall on last year.
Off every budget or overall?
Commissioners said they would like other elected officials and department heads to start off with the idea of a cost of living increase around 3% while keeping total countywide spending limited to this year's overall budget plus 2.5%. Board members said the process would be easier by setting expectations of limited funding up front rather than making cuts at the end, which would also give some flexibility, adding wish list items if revenue comes in higher than initially anticipated. Well, the Nebraska Game and Parks Commission will be accepting applications for one 2024 Bighorn Sheep Lottery permit starting April 15th. A $29 non-refundable application fee must accompany each application. Only Nebraska residents aged 12 years and older are eligible for the lottery, and people may receive only one permit in their lifetime. The application period is open until August 2nd, and the permit will be drawn later that month. For more information, you can go to outdoornebraska.gov. We'll have more news right after the break.
Looking for free instead of fees? Platte Valley Bank can help you keep your finances moving forward with no ATM fees. Whether you're headed to the lake, the mountains, or just to the grocery store, you can enjoy the freedom of free ATM access anywhere, anytime. Platte Valley Bank. You belong here.
Life Care promises us that we are looked after and taken care of properly.
If I didn't have Life Care, I would be probably scared to death about having enough money for when I got older or when I got sick.
Moving in here was an easy decision and in fact a no-brainer. I looked at it as actually buying long-term care insurance and in retrospect a good move.
One of the things that convinces me that we did the right thing is no matter what happens, we will constantly be taken care of.
The whole thing is just vital because you don't have to be worried about what's ahead for you. It's there, it's in black and white, and that's reassuring.
This is home. It has been from the day I moved in.
Welcome back. A Texas man arrested at a Scottsbluff motel in September following the execution of a search warrant has been sentenced on 2 drug convictions. 32-year-old Oscar Aguero was arrested after investigators found stolen property, more than 800 suspected fentanyl pills, more than 11 grams of methamphetamine, $3,300 cash, and drug paraphernalia when the warrant was executed at the Capri Motel. Aguero pleaded no contest to charges of possession with intent to distribute both fentanyl and methamphetamine. Last week in district court, Judge Leo Dobrovony sentenced him to 3 to 5 years in prison on each count, with the sentences to run concurrent to each other. Well, a South Dakota man who was one of 3 arrested following a massive drug bust near the Wildcat Hills in July has been sentenced. Earlier this year in Scottsbluff County District Court, Schuyler Lammers pleaded no contest to charges of distribution of fentanyl, possession of a controlled substance, and no drug tax stamp, as well as agreeing to forfeit his F-250 pickup. Lammer was pulled over for speeding on Highway 71, and a police canine helped alert officers to drugs, including nearly 1,400 fentanyl pills, methamphetamine, and a pay-o sheet. Lammers was sentenced to 3 to 5 years in prison on the distribution charge and 0 to 2 years on the other counts, but all 3 counts were to run concurrent to each other. And attorneys for the 86-year-old motel owner in Kimball, accused of shooting a guest, say they plan to rely on the defense of not responsible by reason of insanity. Leota Kant was arrested on Halloween and faces charges of attempted murder and use of a firearm to commit a felony. NSP investigators say when authorities arrived, they found a male subject with multiple gunshot wounds. The victim was transported to Regional West with non-life-threatening injuries. Kant made her first appearance on Tuesday in Kimball County District Court, where she was arraigned on the felonies before District Judge Derek Weimer. Her next court date has been set for May 7th for a hearing.
Welcome to Kelly's Liquor, your liquor cabinet. Whether you're a wine enthusiast, a whiskey sommelier, a tequila connoisseur, or you just love your beer, Kelly's has the best selection of what you're looking for. Family owned and operated since 1946 and right on 27th Street in Scottsbluff. Come see us today at Kelly's Liquor, your liquor cabinet. And remember to be a good neighbor. Don't drink and drive. Kelly's Liquor, West 27th Street in Scottsbluff.
Fly United Airlines, operated by SkyWest with Western Nebraska Regional Airport. United is dedicated to going the extra mile for you with daily flights to and from Denver, along with a commitment to excellent service. Reserve your flight today, and remember, United miles can be earned and redeemed with your flights. While at the airport, stop and enjoy authentic Italian food at Roma Italian Restaurant. Plus, Hertz Thrifty Car Rental is there for your car rental needs. Make life easier, relax, and get on board with Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
This is KNEB.TV Ag News from the Scottsbluff Body and Paint Ag Desk. Scottsbluff Body and Paint, you're driving home a reputation.
We're here at the Cornhusker Hotel, and I'm visiting with Taryn Arbuthnot of the SEM FFA chapter, who just competed in Natural Resource Speaking. Taryn, tell us about your speech and what you talked about today.
I did it over wild crop relatives and how I can use them to breed them with modern crops to improve disease resistance, crop yield, and fertility.
Awesome. How did you decide upon that topic, and what made you passionate about it?
My speech coach's friend was actually interested in it, but they didn't have any speakers that year, and so she brought it to her friend, my speech teacher, and was like, hey, do you have anyone doing speeches? This is a really good idea. So I kind of looked into it. I was a little skeptical about it, but then I researched and got interested in it, so yeah.
Awesome. What is the most interesting part of your speech that you'd like to share with people?
Probably that's tied into my favorite Christmas movie, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Awesome. Well, it's an exciting few days here in Lincoln at State FFA Convention. Are you competing in any other contests, or what are you looking forward to the rest of the week?
I competed in Parley this morning, but other than that, no. I'm just looking for all the sessions and stuff.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Taryn, and best of luck. Once again, that's Taryn Arbuthnot of the SEM FFA chapter here in Lincoln at State Convention.
Logos in Gearing is the place to get all of your school spirit gear, personalized gifts, and promotional items for your business and employees, and banners for any special event. Logos is also the only place to stop for custom screen printing or embroidery. You can even design it yourself on their interactive website. Stop into Logos today. They'll design it, print it, and have it to you in no time. There's no job too big or small for Logos. That's Logos in Gearing.
let's take a peek at your weekend community calendar brought to you by Riverstone Bank. The community calendar is brought to you by Riverstone Bank. We're local and we love our community.
You deserve to have a building that will last for generations. With more than 110 years of experience and thousands of satisfied customers, Morton Buildings is the industry leader you can trust. If you're planning for a garage, farm shop, horse barn, storage building for your RV, boat, or collectibles, there's no better time to buy. Contact your local Morton sales office or visit mortonbuildings.com to get started today.
Tired of feeling stuck? Not sure if you are on the right track? Platte Valley Bank can help keep your finances moving forward with checking account options to fit your lifestyle and an online account chooser to make finding the right account easy. Control your financial future with helpful budgeting tools and automatic savings plans. Now is the time to enjoy the ride with Platte Valley Bank. You belong here.
And finally tonight, a new mountain lion exhibit will soon be coming to the Scottsbluff Zoo. Scottsbluff City Councilman Matt Solomon updated the council this week, noting the Riverside Discovery Center recently received a $15,000 grant from the Oregon Trail Community Foundation to upgrade the exhibit and to create a safe living environment.
They're going to use that for landscaping and just make it a fancier, nicer exhibit. The only delay they have right now are some pulleys. And like everything else with parts, there's nothing you can do but wait. So as soon as they have the pulleys, they'll have the gates in place and welding will be done.
The final step for the zoo is to find a mountain lion to add to the exhibit. And Solomon says they've asked 4 different state wildlife agencies to help in the search. Those agencies include the Nebraska Game and Parks Department, South Dakota Game and Fish, Wyoming Game and Fish, and Texas Game and Fish. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great weekend. We'll see you back here on Monday.